Just looking in the crowd, all the love. Charlie M is in the building. Man, thank you so much. I'm trying to put it together. I've been doing this since the day he was pronounced, and I still didn't accept it. You know, if he was there in the hospital, and I told that doctor, every last thread of hope is going to be used before anything's pronounced. I made sure she understood that. She didn't even know who he was, which is the sad part. And I want to talk, I know they said 2 minutes, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm going to keep that above. I can't sum up me and my brother's relationship in 2 minutes. That's not fair. I'd rather not speak if that was the case. So I'm going to go a little longer than most, and I think rightfully so. I'll go back to the beginning. I want to talk about things you might not know. I know Angie just mentioned a couple of the names. The Dubs. You know,
yeah, that's Jay-Z.
My Nene right there, she gave her that nickname, the Dubs. Baby at 8. That was the Dubs. You know, the next name was Kudingi. She mentioned Kudingi. I don't know what language that is. That was my pops. He gave him that because that meant a-hole. I don't want to say it over here. That's what he said it meant, and he used to call him Kudingi. It was crazy because when Angie said it, I was just talking to Wes about that. That's in the word. I didn't know what language. But the love this family has growing up. There's more nicknames. I'm gonna get to it. Because this man sitting here gave him that Gotti nickname. And again, it's something that I didn't want. Because I had a different nickname. BJ nicknamed me, which was Joe Hard. Everyone knew me for Joe Hard. And how BJ gave me that, I don't know. But everyone started calling me Joe Hard. But we used to call Irv Magoo. And I know Nichols is right there. Nichols called Irv Magoo. And I think you said, I don't like that nickname. And then when he came and told me his nickname is Gotti, I was like, okay, you know. But when I went out, everyone called me Gotti, because Irv is Irv Gotti. And I'll go back again. I'm gonna be a little scrambled with my timelines, just bear with me. But my biggest job was being a big brother. Every sense of imagination. I mean, there's nothing you can't think of that I didn't sacrifice or do for my brother. At the end of the day, when we was kids, and I see all my neighborhood boys, Kali over there, you know, Vish and Ish, it was that's Chris' little brother. That's Chris' little brother. Yeah. And when Rory talked about how he held everyone down, Rory's my older brother. He's 10 years older than me. That's a lifetime in adolescent years. That's like my uncle. He's my brother now. Oh, really? Growing up, I'm serious. Think about what I'm saying. Yeah. We wasn't doing nothing at the same time, but I watched that man run the block, protecting 5 beautiful girls, my sisters, making sure nobody got next to him. I watched that. I seen that. I love that. Man. But Irv was special. I recognize that probably first in the family because I was close. If I did something, Irv did it. If I played ball, Irv played ball. If I played football, Irv played football. You know what I'm saying? Just big brother, little brother shit. I got a potty mouth, I gotta be careful. Please.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I need your grace more than any time right now. I want everyone to say thank you, please. That's something I want to do, say thank you. Everybody say thank you. Thank you. And I want to make sure everyone understands that because this is about gratitude. We're here We were gonna miss that life, that energy that is unlike anybody I ever met. And I'm not biased, because if Irv was messing up, I tell him. If Irv was doing something great, I tell him. That's me. I don't give no passes, whether it's my brother, my sister, a friend, a stranger. If anyone knows me, that's who I am. And Irv was, again, one. His energy, his light, that mind. We have so many ideas that we talked about to this day, like that's been cultivated but never done. It's like he has, man, an archive of new stuff that wasn't done. And one of my saddest things for the world is they don't experience his life anymore. You know, I always would say it takes a day. I'm a construction guy. If y'all don't know that, I used to do construction, me and my sister Tina. And that's how we really funded my brother. But I used to say, if it takes a day to build a hut, but if you want to make a skyscraper, oh, you got to put in that work. Irv understood putting in work. He was a master manifester at the highest level. And again, all he ever wanted, all he ever needed was belief in his dream when he seen it. And I know if you know Irv, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It might have been the craziest ideas, but if you gave him his belief, he's gonna make it happen. And that's what he did. Like I said, my mind is scrambling right now. Again, yeah, I'm all right. I tried to write, I couldn't. Because the finality of what we're talking about, I still haven't accepted. And that's why it's so hard for me right now. But we went through life. I was his big brother, I was his brother's keeper. Like I said, when I talked with Rory was more like a uncle.
I don't know, murder.
Because he was 10 years older and 13 years older than her. Her is 3 years younger than me. So,
most likely he is.
like I said,
It's a private
he was
service.
there, but by the time we was into the stuff we was into, we didn't need Rory already anymore. He did his job. And then we just kept moving and marching on. His music career, I watched every piece of it from the very beginning to present day. And he's, again, I can't even put in words to make you understand the honor I felt when I became, that's Irv's brother, Chris. I became Irv's brother. And that was my most proudest moment as a big brother, that I did it. I helped him achieve everything he wanted to achieve.
Yeah, that's hard. That's son.
I'll give you another story. Something that
that's whole
like
murder.
We talk Murder Inc. Irv never thought he was going to start a record label. As crazy as that sounds, Irv just wanted to be the biggest producer in the world, which was Dr. Dre. He's one of his idols. He idolized Dre, like he's the one. He's right. His goal was to be that, or bigger. And that's all we worked on. And that work is what created Murder Inc. That's what made Tom and Toll say, hey, I'll give you a deal. And Leo and Universal stepping in and saying, let's figure it out. They wanted to keep him, rightfully so, and they did. But there's so many areas of his life, like you're seeing his family, his friends, and we limited this room. We limited this room. And we have family that flew in from all over. And I consider all my brothers, just because you're not blood, your family. I would always tell my nephews, my niece, my daughter, my other nieces, all of them, I would let them know, oh, you got a lot of uncles and aunts that you don't know. So when you move around, they're going to be there to help you and support you. And that's what I see in this room right now, and I love it. Again, can I get another thank you? I need that right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to get through it. You know, he moved on into so many areas, and his love for his family is undying. And I wanted to just say one thing that I want everyone in the room to know is just watch what you're eating. As sad as it is, this is a 54-year-old man that should still be here. You know, no one prepares a 91-year-old mother to bury a 54-year-old son. That, for me, is, again, I'll be my mom's rock. Make sure she gets through everything. You know, the love from everyone here, I appreciate it. Me personally, I know I tried to greet everybody in the room and let them know how much I appreciate them being here, because I do. I never say something I don't mean. The older I get, it's just even more. I think I get it from you, Nene, because Nene has no filter. She ain't gonna hold nothing back. So for me personally, I'm in that zone of that, and I appreciate everybody that's here. You know, job. I can't speak here without speaking to you. My brother, there's no higher honor I could give you than that. And it's been that from the door. Every step of the way. In the times you may not know, the conversations we had, that's what I try to explain. I think I told a bunch of people certain things about Irv that he said to me about them to make sure they know, because with there's no right and wrongs anymore. Whatever it may have been, any vibes. You was, again, Irv has a handful of people, and I know explicitly because I take that brother word very seriously, so I wouldn't let him just loosely use that word, if you understand, because it's a disrespect to me. So I was like, don't do that, bro, unless you're serious with that person. And he would understand, and he said he doesn't. And I see, again, Jay, you're in the class with Ja. X is not here. There's only a handful of people that he had in that highest of regard, no matter what. You know what that is. There's days, Ja, you asked him a question. I won't say what day it was. You asked Irv a question. And you said, "You not with me?" You know what day I'm talking about. All I seen my brother do was take his watch off. And I understood, I overstood what that meant. The rest is what it is. But at the end of the day, that's the love he had for you. Again, Stout, I told you, we used to play football in the cage. Man, that's how long this is, the lifetime here. That's how long it's been. And I couldn't come up here and not mention those things without you understanding, with everyone here, to show the love and appreciation. And if I'm missing somebody, I'm sorry. Because there's a lot of people here that's not from the music industry that he had that love for. BJ's his brother. Chink is his brother. Nichols is his brother. Gutter is his brother. Son, through all of it, is his brother. I would always tell everyone, if you can't talk to Irv, you cannot talk to me. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. They would try to say, we went, no, you cannot talk to Irv and talk to me. That's not a thing. It'll never be. You know what I'm saying? Godfather is his brother. You know what I'm saying? I see faces, I'm just trying to go through, Abrego is his brother. Chris, you're his brother, man. And I appreciate you being here. He loved you guys. He would talk to me about you guys, about all types of things. and put you in that perspective. OG Juan is his brother. He loves you. You always talk to me. We always talked about things, differences. It doesn't matter. See, behind the doors is what I really could expose today, where he's not here. And I would never say nothing that's not real. I wouldn't disrespect him in that way. Angie, come on. Thank you. So many faces. Again, hype. I don't want to miss no one. Emery, come on. His experiences with everyone in this room was so unique, and his love was so genuine. I couldn't, Irv is probably one of the misunderstood people that might have walked this planet because of the way he showed love and his unconditional side of things. And yes, he would fight and argue and do. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. But if he was here, I promise you, my words is exact, because he would make sure I know. He would want me to know if he didn't work with someone. He would want me to know. Todd, his brother. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to wrap it up. I don't want to hold it up no longer. You know what I'm saying? I know we're on the schedule. But I just want to get some hand claps. I'm not the best at this, so bear with me. Just let's give a little clapping for Irv. And can I get one more thank you? Thank you. D&Y brothers. I want to tell one more story since I just brought them up, because this is very important to me, because this is how Irv became a producer. So let me give you this story. This is a really, really dope story. Irv was just now working, trying to figure things out, and he meets Y from Rough Riders. If y'all don't know who Y is, Rough Riders is D&Y. And Y meets him and says, "Can you make beats?" And he says, "Hell yeah." Why? What you do? You buy him a beat machine.
That's right.
Buys it for him. I need beats by the end of the week. This is Irv's kind of determination. This is a great story because it shows his determination. I come home and I see him in the front on this beat machine. He's reading the manual. He never made a beat in his life. Oh wow, he could make beats. And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Man, he tells me he meets you."
Yeah.
And he said, "I gotta make beats or it might get ugly." I'm keeping it PG-13. Okay? Yeah, I gotta make beats. He said he bought me the machines, he expected beats. And at the end of the day, by the end of that week, he made about 8 beats. He had Little Rob playing the guitar bass line for the beats that he made, and Y liked all the beats. And that's the birth, really, of Irv Gotti as a producer. Because there's so many phases of him, but for the music side, that is the birth of Irv Gotti right there. And why I can't thank you enough for that. You understand? Thank you. He was so proud that he made the beats. He was asking me how they sound. I said, "They all right." For the first ones, I'm like, "That's all right, yo." And that's his passion and determination and his will. BJ, he would pick BJ up every day. Because I would ask him, like, "What you doing?" He's like, "I'm gonna go grab BJ." And pick BJ up. Irv be in the same clothes every day. I'm like, what, you was out? No, I'm still working. BJ know what I'm talking about. Every day, same clothes. He thought he was on the block. That's his mindset. It's like, I'm working. And I'll never forget those days, because everything that, if I wasn't there, he came home and told me about. We would talk about it all. And I'm going to leave on this one thing. When we was younger, we didn't think we would be here or dealing with this at 54. we thought we might go before that. That's just the life of what we was living. And one thing he said, that we said to each other, your kids, it's my kids. Your kids is my kids, and my kids is your kids. That'll never change. I love y'all.
God is good. Before I read, I had to write, I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I was getting crying and stuff. So, Herb wanted to see me, and Angie brought him to Angie. It was the last time that I got to see him. And just something not right that he wasn't screaming at me. He wasn't yelling at me, telling me, "You don't know, Kev, you don't know." And I struggled with this last night. And I said, what if the Irv Gotti story? What if Nene didn't fall in love with Poppy? What if Queens did not ignite a cultural revolution with her friends Run DMC, Jam Master Jay, LL Cool J, Salt and Pepper, on and on? What if Chris and Angie and the rest of the Lorenzo family didn't have unwavering belief and faith that their little brother was special? And a lot of y'all know Irv, special could go both ways. What if his love for hip hop did not run so deep in his heart that he wouldn't have picked up those 2 turntables, that drum machine for what, and named himself DJ Irv, the infamous Irv Gotti, or the original IG I call him, Chris just check on publishing, it might go or something like that. What if there was no Cash Money click? What if there was no emerging rap icon Jay-Z? No producing Can I Live on Ho's first album? No company named Rockefeller? No iconic label named Def Jam? No inspiration for Irv to create Murder? What if there was no meeting in Yonkers with E&Y and a Rough Riders family? What if there was no, in 1998, what if there was no DMX and no Dark and Hell's Hot? What if in 1999 there was no Benny Benavici and our good friend, the big voice Jarule, said holla holla? What if in 2002 there was no angel named Ashanti and no song named Foolish? What if in 2007 our beautiful Debbie said no, but she said I do? Angie, JJ, Sonny, the greatest gift someone could ever give you was life. And I'm glad Irv and Devin gave that to you guys. I can really go on for days and continue to ask what if. But you know what, I'm so thankful that the what ifs were what was. And what we lived every day, and should still live in you. Irv poured his love, passion, heart, and soul into everything that he did. We are so blessed to be on this journey with him. In closing, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask one last time, what if you had one more day? One more night? One more hour? What would you say to the ones you love while you can? What would you say to the ones you care the most for? And what would you literally say to the ones that without them you would not exist? I ask all of you not to waste a moment of precious time on this earth. There's no more time to waste. There's no more time to hate. Only time to love, be excellent, and be great. And on behalf of Russell Simmons, Leo Cohen, Julie Greenbaugh, Michael Kaiser, and myself, God bless the Lorenzo family. God bless our culture, and God bless my good friend, Irvin Lorenzo. Your light will be missed, but never forgotten. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
Praise the Lord.
I respect Nene and the Lorenzo family. I've known you guys over 30 years. Walked this journey. You're definitely a reflection of Irv. Just sitting there and watching and hearing everybody.
Yeah, that's Jay-Z.
To my people, but I get to y'all. You know, trying to keep it together because me and Irv have over 30 years of friendship. And, you know, I never thought a bunch of broke kids from the hood 30 years ago would end off like this so soon. First ex. And I don't know if this is too dark, but I know ex wouldn't be able to handle this. Ex loved Irv so deeply. He changed our lives. The journey to being who ex wanted to be, who he know God had destined him to be, but nobody would believe. We're talking about Irv right now because the Rough Rider family already know. But, you know, I was the one working and holding everything down, so, you know, ex always had all these dreams and everything he was going to do. When he would rap to anybody, he could rap and battle everybody he could battle because he wanted to be seen and heard, because he knew that God gave him his gift. While I'm holding stuff down and paying the rent and, you know, putting food on the table, and he like, yo, I'm telling you, Tashira, it's about to go down. And then I'll never forget it, Xavier was 2 years old, and we were living in Mulford Gardens, our projects in Yonkers, and he said, yo, I met this dude, Irv Gotti, he's coming through, and he was like, yo, I'm telling you, he sees me. He knows he's about to bring me to the label. He just going in, right? And I was like, okay, once again, another person that's gonna, you know, make his dreams come true. And I never forget it. Irv pulled up in an MVP van, looking beat up too. I was like, oh wow. Who jumps out? John and Mike Geronimo. I'm like, these little dudes. No disrespect, but I'm saying, we talking 30 years ago. So I'm like, oh my God. So we lived on the basement floor, and Irv came in and he was like, X, the door basically hanging off the hinges. Come on, X. He was like, we about to make history. And X couldn't stop laughing because X was always so serious back then. And Irv brought a different kind of energy that was actually, it matched with X's on another level. Like it was like he made me believe, because I was just sitting there listening, because I was always the skeptical one. I'm like, listen, we got a son to raise, and I ain't seen nothing coming in yet. So I'm like, but Irv was just like, he was just like, we about to get y'all up out of here. And to a lot of the family's point, he was epitome of family. He was one of the first that, you know, a lot of people came in, and because we weren't married at the time, they didn't include me, you know? And that was okay, because X always included me. But Irv was one of the few who was like, yo, Tashira, I'm telling you, you ain't never gonna have to work again. I promise you, but I need you to do me a favor. Tell him when he go to these other labels, don't F with them, because I'm gonna bring him to Def Jams. Tashira, can you do me that favor? I was like, I'll do you that favor. But in back of my mind, I was like, is he really gonna bring him to Def Jams though? Because I'm like, we can't play. Like, we got Death Row X is going to see. We got it was another one. Now I'm getting a brain fog, but it was all the labels. And all the labels tried to change X. And Irv was like, I told you. I want you with the ball head. I want you raw. I want you to speak like the streets is speaking. You the streets, X. And he just was going in with, to the point where I was like, yo, I like him. I'm feeling him. Like, he really loves you for you, because, you know, I remember that's what those Bad Boys. They told X he was too hard. You know, he needs to grow his ball head. He needs to get the whatever that was in that Kwame had. X was like, that ain't never happened. He went to Death Row, he came back and he was like, I won't even make it nowhere because I'm gonna get rid of somebody out in that whole crew. So I was just like, that's not good. And Irv was just like, yes, give me a little bit more time. And the man of his word that he was, man. He came through, he changed our lives, he believed in X, he poured into X. I mean, it hurts my heart to have to be up here speaking about him in this manner. But I'm so grateful to God that, because now, you know, I mean, Irv was my brother. And like brothers and sisters, sometimes you go through some, you know, some little adversity. And, you know, Irv, in the end, because I've seen this industry change a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be in this industry without a little change. And that's one of the things I loved about Irv was he was a great businessman. He was strong and he stood on his word. But sometimes you get on your nerves a little bit. So, you know, after X's, you know, passing, he was like, "Sure, we doing a movie." He was telling me, "We doing a movie." I'm like, Irv, I know, but there's a lot of little red tape. You know, X left a lot of, you know, stuff behind that we got to figure out first before we do that. And, you know, we were bumping heads, and I'm so grateful to God that me and him got a chance to spend some time together 5 months before this all went down. I spent the whole day with him, and my heart was just so full because, you know, you get caught up when you're doing this life. Life is life out here, and you kind of get caught up, man. And, you know, I'm just like, damn, look at my brother Irv. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I loved him. He was just so genuine. He was always there for me. He never took sides when me and X split up. He helped me in ways that I can't, like, he never talked about nothing. He just was like, "What you need, Tashira? I don't want to hear nothing. You my sister, X is my brother." And that's the kind of man he was, always. And I'm not just saying that because we're sitting here talking about him because he's passed on. It's because that's who Irv was. He was one of the realest dudes I've ever met in this industry. And that's what I preach to the end of time. And, you know, I've been wrestling with God, like, why God, like, what are you taking these great soldiers, these iconic soldiers so soon? They're healthy as you could be, and next thing you know, they just gone. Like, what's going on? And, you know, I came across a scripture that I had never seen as much as I've read the Bible, and it's in Psalms. And I read the whole Psalms, but I got to Psalms 39, 4, 5, and 6. I promise you I'm not making this up. I was on my knees praying like, God, I need your help right now, because 30 years, well, X was 40-something years of my life. Now 30 years of my life. Like, it's something about when you lose someone that you've known for so long, they take a piece of them. Like, my life will never be the same. I can only imagine what Debbie and the kids feel like, and the rest of the family. Our lives will never be the same. Irv was a light. We were so blessed to have Irv walking aside with him, regardless of what. Regardless of whatever differences, regardless of his attitude, whatever. He was a lion. He knew who he was. I walked through this life. I walked through this industry. You don't come across a lot of men of color that knows who they are and what they want. And these are the last. These are the last. You know what I'm saying? And I'm honored. Thank you, Debbie, Angie, Sonny, and the Lorenzo family for allowing me to come up here to speak on the behalf of X and myself. But I want to say how I came across this scripture, and it says, "Lord, remind me how brief time earth will be here. Remind me that my days are numbered, how fleeting my life is. You have made my life no longer than the width of my hand." Do you know how short that is? We out here playing games. He's telling us, your life is no longer than the width of my hand. Where was I? Sorry. The width of my hand. Your life, the width of my hand. Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Remind me that the time is on earth, the width of my hand. That my days are numbered. My entire lifetime is just a moment to you. That's deep to me. We out here living in this illusion, knowing that one thing we all will face one day is death. And to the dirt, we will all go, regardless of our status. It's all short. No matter if we go when we're 8, 28, 50, 54, that fate will meet us. It's what we do with the time right now, and that's what Irv kept saying. And to the last of this scripture, because it's 4, 5, and 6, it says, my entire life is just a moment at best. Each of us is but a breath interlude. We are merely moving shadows. And all of our busy rushing ends in nothing. That is so deep to me. Everything, you know how sometimes, like, we can do life. And I've seen that within my own life, with X's life. And in the industry, life goes very fast in industry. Things happen very fast. Things are beautiful. We are living and experiencing things that the normal human being will never, ever in their life experience. And I'm grateful to God that I was able to go through that, live through this right now, and experience that because of my ex-husband. So that's why I have nothing but nice things to say. I don't care what happened. I will always speak highly of that man's name, as well as Irv, as well as Joaquin, as well as Darren, as well as Swiss. Jay, what's up? You already know me from the beginning too. Like, it's these icons that we have been able to be blessed with in this lifetime. These spiritual angels that's creative, that has been able to create timeless music. Timeless music. I don't know about y'all, and I'm not talking about this, I'm not gonna, no shade on this new industry and this new music, but I don't know about timeless. I think that we've been part of the best era ever in life. It's unfortunate that we lost a giant, but you know what? He will be with us in spirit. Because you know why? Because we are all children of God. And we all go in the same place. He just got there a little sooner. So I thank you for having me. I love you, Debbie, Angie, JJ, Sonny, and what I want to say in the end is that, you know, I've been watching them come together and put this together with so much strength and grace like I've never seen before, and it's a true testament on who Debbie and Irv is. They've done an amazing job. God bless everyone.
And so I know Irv for a long time. He was Magoo, right? Was he Magoo still at the beginning when he was at TBT? Because I felt like when you said that name, I remember that name, I met him then. And I thought he was Puerto Rican. And he let me think that for a long time. And he also made me feel like family immediately. He had that thing, as everybody in the room knows, he made you feel like family. And he had a way of connecting with people, like we all know. And you know, I had a really great seat in the career I've had to watch these moments, these really important, pivotal moments in the culture, including the wave, the storm, the tsunami that was Irv Gotti. I know a lot of people in this room can remember a time when the only thing that was on the radio was Murder, Inc. I mean, the countdown was, number 5 was Jarule, number 4 was Ashanti, number 3 was Jennifer Lopez, produced by Irv Gotti, number 2 was Jarule again, and then number 1 was Ashanti and Jarule. Every week, and so every time Irv had a hit, I knew it was gonna play all day, every day on the radio. And every time he would have one, he'd call me and say, Ange! Did he yell your name all the time, Ange? Because I was, even on the way here, and I said this on Instagram, I posted and said, I don't have any memory of Irv saying my name normally. It was Ange! Like every single time. And I love that about him, that was the passion. He had a lot of passion. We argued sometimes, as probably every single person that knew him well did with Irv. He was great to argue with because, you know, he did it with love. He was funny. He'd yell. You know exactly where. Sometimes you argue with people and you're not really sure. Well, you know, with Irv, you know exactly what he felt and what he meant. And I love that about him. And there was a time that I called him and we had a disagreement about something, and it was an important project that was coming out. It was not you. Just so you know, it was an artist that hadn't been out for a while, and this song was coming out, and it was really important for this artist's career. People who know me, I'm like passionate about this. I love this, like Irv loved this. You know, he loved hip hop so much, so did I. So I call Irv. He says, "Ange, what's up?" Screams at me. I was like, "Yo, this song ain't it, Irv. This is not the song. This is gonna ruin this project." And he stood quiet. He was like, "Ange, if I listened to every single person that told me they didn't get what I was doing, I would never have gotten the way I got." He said, "I love you. Thank you for your passion and concern, but I'm going with this record." And I just realized, wow, how blessed are the people that have worked with him to experience that unwavering confidence and belief in them. And so he argued with me very loudly for a long time. That was probably like one of the times he was wrong about a record, and I was right about that record, and I'm really proud of that. And I wish I could tell him that. I'm sure he knows. But that was a great moment. We had a lot of those. We would play Monopoly. He'd be super loud. There's like videos I'm embarrassed about on Instagram where he's yelling at each other and he's screaming so loud. Ange, guys, we have to do a Monopoly night in honor of Irv. And you know, I was really lucky to interview Irv many times in my career. And I found a clip of something the other day that he said. He was like, it was a new project. He was always excited about every new project. And this one he said, "Angie, I'm not trying to just get up to bat and have a hit. I don't want a hit. I don't want a single. I don't want a double." He's like, "I don't even want a home run. I want bases loaded and a grand slam, or I don't want it." And that's how he lived his life. He lived his life that way with his family, with his music, with his career. And he did it, man. He did it big. He hit it, you know, out of the park. And I'm, like everyone in this room, really grateful to have witnessed that and experienced this love. And we're going to miss him very much. So God bless you, Irv. You hit it out the park. And my condolences, of course, for the whole Lorenzo family. Thank you for having me. I miss you, Irv.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be really tough for me. Just want to send my condolences to my second family, my other family. Nene, love you, Nene. I know this is tough for you too. He's home now. He's with Poppy, with V. I mean, me, you know, it's my brother, like Chris said. It's the biggest honor you can give somebody who's not your blood brother is to say they're your brother. And let me take these glasses off. He deserves that respect. We started this journey together a long time ago. Man changed my life. Beautiful family. That in turn, I was able to take care of my family, change their lives. We shared everything when it came to this industry. We shared each other's vision, we shared each other's dreams. We shared each other's secrets. I'm gonna miss you dearly, Irv. I'm gonna miss you a lot. I've been in and out of these folks since this happened. And been trying to find the words to express what this is. I still can't believe it's still not real. You know, as I look out to the crowd, I know one thing, I would have been very happy to see everybody here. You'd be happy to see you here, Jay. You'd be happy to see you, Charlie. I'd be happy to see you, Chris Brecker. I'd be happy to see all you people here. Trust me. I know, you know, Irv, there's a lot to deal with sometimes when he's here. It's our brother, we love him, and, you know, and that's what brothers do. You know, you go through the highest of lows, the highest of highs together. And everything we sat in that studio late at night, talked about, dreamed about, we made it happen. We delivered. And I don't know if people understand what it takes to be successful. It takes a lot of sacrifice. We got to be selfish. And our families got that sacrifice with us. But it was all for the greater good as I look at it, and I feel the energy of the love in this building. And I'm happy to see it all. And I just want to say to my brother Irv, your legacy will live on forever and ever and ever. And I'm going to make sure that. To the family, Sonny, JJ, Angie. JJ, you my godson. I never thought I'd have to exercise my godfather duties. But you know I'm here for the whole family. Family, I'm always here. Dad, you've been a soldier. Do it all. Ups and downs, you here. And that's a lot. That says a lot. And so, I won't take up any more time, but I just want to say, Irv, I love you. Everyone in this room loves you. You touched everybody in your own way in this room. And I know everybody has their moments of that with him. And so we are here, a celebration of your life, because it will live on forever. I love you, my brother. I'll see you when I get there.